Hello, everyone. It's me, Coach Carmen, and
The Wellness Diva.
this is Freedom Friday. And generally, on Freedom Friday, we're talking about your purpose and making it profitable. Today, we are sliding in a video where we're talking about COVID, and we're asking whether you're going to ride the wave or be pulled under the second phase of COVID. So, for me, I know Denise, I believe that we're in it. I know I'm in the world, but I'm not of it. And I am not receiving this second wave.
Mhm.
I am not expecting to be a part of it. I'm not thinking about myself in distress mode and fear mode. But at the same time, like we talk about the wave and it being a reality in
Mhm.
the world,
Mhm.
the question we ask again is, are you going to write it, or are you going to be pulled under?
Exactly.
Right.
Mhm.
So that's why we want to share this video with you today. Hey, Cynthia, my love.
Cynthia. Oh my goodness. I didn't know she was in here. Hey, Cynthia. I'll be calling you later.
Awesome. We love Cynthia.
Yes. I was just on her. What's it called? See, I'm wearing some of my bling today too. Huh? There we go.
Ooh,
Got the
Cynthia
bling on.
Notes. Yes.
Yes.
She has beautiful jewelry.
Yes, she does.
Definitely contact her if you want some beautiful earrings. Oh, yes. So, reality, this is real. But at the same time, we don't have to succumb to it. But at the same time, we need to know how to prepare ourselves so that we
Absolutely.
don't, in the natural, get,
Mhm.
pulled under the current.
Mhm.
So, let's talk about that, Denise. When you think about being protected as the second wave happens, and you with the work that you do, you get data. You know what's going on. You know they're
Mhm.
closing the schools again. Let's
Yes.
talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, well, I saw this week that there were a couple of, actually, it started out with two schools, but
Hmm.
now there are about eight schools in Staten Island that are closing because there were teachers and students who were testing positive for COVID. And so they had to shut the school down.
Hmm.
And it doesn't seem to be letting up. It seems to be spreading. I heard there were a couple of schools also in Brooklyn and across the tri-state. I'm sorry, the five boroughs,
Hmm.
so that they became concerned. So they're trying to contain it, but it seems to be spreading. And a lot of people believe it's because they should not have opened the schools. I think what happened was they didn't take into account that people who, and teachers and maybe even students too, who've gone on vacation at the end of the summer
Mm.
with their parents and came back and
Hmm.
didn't do the 2 week quarantine, didn't get
Hmm.
tested, and had COVID and probably didn't know. So now it's starting to show up in the schools. Teachers are coming positive with it, and so it's students. It's really unfortunate, but it's like that. This is what they were talking about, that second wave of COVID
Hmm.
showing up.
Hmm.
This is it.
So, what do we, I guess the point is, what are we suggesting that you do so that you're not going to be pulled under? Uh, the reality is we have to live.
Yes.
Things are opening up more and more. People are less and less conscious of, protecting themselves
Mhm.
and others as they were, much
Mhm.
less than they were earlier this
Oh
year.
yeah.
So you don't see the gloves being worn.
Mhm.
You don't see. Fortunately, in New York, it's pretty much a mandate wherever you
Yeah,
go to
we are
wear a
wearing
mask.
masks in New
Hmm.
York for the most part. You
Yes,
can't get into any institution, store,
can't
whatever
ride the
without
bus.
it. You can't ride a
Can you
bus.
ride the train?
Nope.
Oh,
You have to have
okay.
a mask on. Any type of mass transportation, a mask is required. You can't get on a train
Awesome.
without it. You have to have it on.
Awesome.
Mhm.
That's great. But as I had mentioned in a previous video this year, this month, I was talking about how it's hard to avoid. It's hard to avoid um, anyone who has the the virus
Mhm.
because we're out there. We're socializing a lot more. As I would say, we're going to restaurants and all. You don't
Mhm.
know who have who has the virus and who doesn't.
True.
And you're touching things, and I mean, I just yesterday I was out, spent the whole day out
Hmm.
touching things, and then I actually had the nerve to eat something without washing
Without
my hands.
washing
So I
or
started
sanitizing.
eating, and I was like, oh dang, I didn't wash my hands. I was touching all
Hmm.
this stuff. There was a time months ago when I was like a fanatic. There's
Yes.
no way I would be like bleaching myself up before I ate,
Basically.
right? So the point is, we're a lot more laid back than we were before.
Yeah, but I think that we probably need to change that and go back because I already, well, flu season is like literally here.
Mhm.
So I'm already planning to go back to using my gloves. Definitely going to be using my hand sanitizer a lot more. I never stop with the hand washing. I'm always washing my hands. When I go into the office, when I do go in, I'm wiping down everything, railways and all that. I was doing that before COVID, so
Mhm.
it's something that I do. But now we got flu season and COVID,
Yes.
and I just wouldn't even want a chance getting either one because now you're not going to be able to differentiate which one is which.
Yeah. And if you are sick with the flu,
Mm-hmm.
somehow they're connecting the flu with
With
COVID. Like they're
COVID.
like, oh, you have the plague if you
Mm-hmm.
have the flu because they figure your immune system is low, and then they
Yes,
don't know for sure that she may have
she may
COVID.
have
It
it,
may
and
not be the flu.
mm-hmm.
So we want to arm you and build you up so
Mm-hmm.
that you can ex- be in this. We're in
Mm-hmm.
the world, as I said, but we're not of it. But we're in it. So as we live in it, what can we do so that we don't become part of the statistics? I just
Exactly.
spoke with a former client of mine who had COVID, where I mean, she had it.
Mm-hmm.
She was in the hospital for months. She actually was, she had
The
the
ventilator.
ventilator
Mm-hmm.
down her throat. They put her in a medically induced coma, and she survived it. She's one of the
Thank God.
people, both her and her husband had it. He came out first, and then she was still in there for weeks, and then she came home. She
Mm-hmm.
just called me yesterday, she calls me to let me know how things are going. She told me she wants to join my program, my Healed Whole Body and
Okay.
Soul program
Mm-hmm.
again, but she was saying how the what she's going through as a result. So one of the things she's going through is that apparatus that they put in her throat caused
Mm-hmm.
her to have um, this. It caused the skin and the
Right.
flesh to
Mm-hmm.
build up there. So it's
Got a
a
keloid.
like a keloid
Mm-hmm.
for in her throat,
Mm-hmm.
which is causing her to have issues. She's coughing up, constantly coughing up phlegm. Like you
Mm-hmm.
can't talk to her without her
What else to start
talking.
coughing?
Yeah, and
Right.
it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not that
Her
pretty.
lungs are still affected, apparently.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, she told me she's happy. She doesn't have to have surgery, and she's like, and I'm alive and I'm happy and I'm starting to walk again and all these things, and
Oh,
so happy.
beautiful.
So I'm bringing her up because I just want you to know, even people, because I was saying, if I had COVID, which I think that I did have it, and it just bounced off
Yeah,
of
you
me.
you had it like before it was a thing.
Hmm.
Like a lot of other people did. They had something, didn't know what it was,
Yeah,
but they
because I
realized
had
later that
all
they
the
had COVID.
symptoms, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, because my immune system, to God be the glory, was strong enough, it did not affect me to that point
Mm-hmm.
where I had to be hospitalized,
Right.
and I was free from it within a couple of weeks. But there are people who think, like I used to think, oh well, if I have COVID, if I get COVID, I'm not going to, I'm not going to get that sick. If your immune system is not strong enough, you may get that sick. And if you do, you think, okay, well, I'll come out of the hospital and I'm going to be better. There are ramifications of COVID once you've had it. Many people they're living the aftermath
Yeah, they're
of
still
COVID.
having effects of it
Yeah.
or after effects of it,
Yes.
of the disease. Like some people still have breathing issues. Some people still have lung issues. Some
Hmm.
people still have the nausea or the stomach issues. There's
Hmm.
a lot of things that they still have. Some people still have a loss of taste and smell.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
some people will
Mhm.
never normalize. I
Mhm.
believe if they did the 28-day body and soul detox, they would recalibrate.
I think so.
I totally think they would
Hmm.
recalibrate. But
Hmm.
unfortunately, you go back to eating the same way you were eating before, mucus forming foods.
Hmm.
And, like Dr. Sabi says, mucus is really the inflammation and mucus. It's like the main cause of disease.
Hmm.
And Jethro Kloss from Back to Eden, he talked about the one disease too, and that is the body being more acidic than alkaline. This
Right.
has all of these things have to do with your diet.
Hmm.
And what's so beautiful about the 28-day body and soul detox is that it's so much more than food. It's about the soul issues,
Hmm.
because we all know, or maybe some of you don't know, but the soul, which is our mind, will, and emotions, have a lot to do with our physical well-being. You want to talk about that
Absolutely.
for a
Yeah.
minute, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So if we have any issues that we've been dealing with that we didn't look, including issues with COVID, right? So
Mm-hmm.
there's issues with COVID. You've lost family members, friends, coworkers. You knew some people who had it. You've been home working. You might have been feeling isolated. You might have been a little depressed behind being home if you haven't been around people. These are all soul issues
Yes.
that we need to work through, because I'm doing the soul detox simply for the
Okay.
issues that I had to deal with COVID. Even though I didn't get sick with it, I still had issues from it through people who were dying, people who
Yes.
got sick, a close family member who had it,
Totally.
somebody at my job had it, other people that I knew. It was just a whole lot going
Yeah.
on. So, and nobody is coming away without being scathed by it. No one. There's not one person who I can say is going to come away from this without being touched by it, something that has to do with COVID. And that's a soul issue.
Yes.
That's something that has to be worked
Yes.
out. That's something that has to be released, dealt with, cried over, whatever. But it needs to be released so
Mm-hmm.
that you can move forward in what it is you need to do, especially if you're signing up for this 28-day body and soul detox. It's very important to do the soul portion of this detox simply for that reason alone.
And that's why so many people say that the soul detox portion of the 28-day body and soul
Mm-hmm.
detox is like
Mm-hmm.
everything. Hi, Loria. How
Yeah,
are you,
that's what I wanted to do.
sweetheart?
I wanted to scroll. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
that's okay. You can scroll while I say this. Um, they talk about the soul detox portion of the program. It's amazing. The testimonials that we have. We just recently had a testimonial of someone who was saying, and this particular person is in ministry. And she was saying that she never really told herself that she loved herself. And that's part of the 28-day body. That's
Mm-hmm.
part of the soul
Yes,
detox.
it is.
Um, this is one of the exercises that we do, and
Mm-hmm.
it is very deep. It is
Yes,
like
it is.
so
It's
profound.
very.
And she was saying that she just looking in a mirror and doing that exercise, and and coming to herself and saying, you know what, I love you, was like
Mm-hmm.
a game changer. And that was just one of
That
the
was just
game
one.
changers.
Yes, that's just one.
That's
Mm-hmm.
why we say it's so much more than food, because I truly believe in the faith food connection. In fact, I coined that phrase, the faith food connection.
Amen.
Um, Thank you, to God be the glory. So if you don't think you're being affected by COVID, 9 times out of 10, you came into COVID with some soul issues. 9 times out of 10, you have some stuff that you've never really dealt with. And we have to understand that sickness and disease truly starts in the soul.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we have to deal with that divorce. We have to deal with that child dying. We have to deal with that sexual abuse. We
Mm-hmm.
have to deal with um, that not being accepted in the family, being called a black sheep or something
And
horrible
that
like that.
says
It's so
something all in
insulting.
itself,
It
for
really
real.
is. But
That's like a whole nother
it's
topic
a
right
whole nother
there.
topic. It's so many families,
Mm-hmm.
so many people are affected by family
Mm-hmm.
members who, yeah, and now they have issues with themselves,
Of course they do.
you know, and that's why we say, okay, so we ask when we do our assessments,
Mm-hmm.
we ask, well, we get to the root. if you are 200 pounds overweight, 100 pounds overweight, 50 pounds overweight, and we have clients that are that way that we're
Mhm.
actually working with, you
Mhm.
know, we say, well, we want to get to the root of what's causing the bad fruit.
Yep.
Let's get to the nitty gritty. We
Mhm.
need to find out because you'll never lose that weight, or you'll be like many people who gain and lose and gain and lose and gain.
Mhm.
It's
And that's
not
not
healthy.
healthy. Mm-mm.
No, it's not healthy.
Very unhealthy. The up and down yo-yo
You
type of thing that some of us go through.
totally.
Not healthy at all because you can't stabilize.
No,
You can't stabilize.
no, you can't. And
Cynthia says,
yes, let's read what
yes,
she
you
said.
ladies are an amazing force in my life. I share your information as often as I can. Thank you,
She
Cynthia.
does. Thank you
And
so
she
much,
said, the
Cynthia.
people that need it are the hardest to minister to. Oh, she got that right.
It is true. And you ask yourself, well, why is that?
Yes,
Why are
why?
they the hardest to minister to?
And
Um,
we were just talking about that.
yes.
We were just talking about
Yeah, we were talking about that in the midweek
that in the
check-in.
midweek check-in.
When you do the 28-day body and soul detox, we meet on Saturday morning at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we record it. It's a Facebook Live. You
Mm-hmm.
come on in the private Facebook group, and then on Wednesday we have a midweek check-in, which is a Zoom. So this way we can all get to see each other and talk and
Mm-hmm.
just share our hearts and all.
Right.
And that's what we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We attract a lot of people in ministry, because the nurturers need to be nurtured. We attract a lot of people in the healthcare
Mm-hmm.
industry who are
Mm-hmm.
also doing trying to reach out and help
Right.
others because they who's nurturing them, who's helping you.
Mm-hmm.
You're helping and supporting. Everybody's coming to you for advice. Everybody's coming to you with their woes. Everybody's coming to you. Oh, you got to be at so and so's funeral. You got
Mm-hmm.
to be at that person's funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Before you know it, you're going to a funeral every
Yeah,
week.
every week or every other day.
Who's dealing with you and your soul issues
Mm-hmm.
as you are bombarded with all of this grief and sadness and mayhem that you may be facing in your family? So that's why you come into the detox and you're in an environment of love and support where you can share your heart, where you can share what you're going through that you may not be able to share with your congregation because they don't understand. They don't understand how you can be going through that. You're supposed to be the pastor. You're supposed to
Be
be
the
a minister.
leader.
You're supposed to be a leader. You're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be the head of this organization. How
Exactly.
could you be going through that? Because you're human and because you need someone to love on you and
Mm-hmm.
encourage you to eat what you should be eating,
That's right.
and forget about the issues that we have where everybody has to is trying to feed the ministry to
Mm-hmm.
death, giving people unhealthy food that
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to get healthy, and you're constantly giving them food that they shouldn't be
That's
eating.
right.
That's on a whole
It's
nother level. We're
contribute.
going to
That's
talk about
another.
that.
Yeah, that's another subject.
Yeah, that
Because we kind of, we
we had
kind
to
of,
do a video on that one for
yes,
sure.
because we kind of moved away from.
No, we
Well,
didn't because
not
it's all
really. It's all
related. It's
related,
really,
but you know how we could do.
yeah, because it's so much.
Mm-hmm.
It is so deep. That's
Mm-hmm.
why you got to do the detox.
Yeah, you have to do the detox. And so let's speak about this second wave of
Yeah.
COVID that's
Let's
coming.
let's see what
Cynthia
Cynthia said.
says, I'm not judging because Coach Carmen has been trying to get me through the program and I have been running. But time out, I'm tired of running. All right, Cynthia. Slow down.
Woo-hoo! To God be the glory. And we're hearing that more and more. It makes me
Yes.
want to cry. It really does. Because it's like God is opening up the ears and the hearts and the minds of his people because let me tell you, we need this detox is all about warrior mode. Warrior
Warrior
mode.
mode, Wakanda forever.
Warrior
Because
mode.
we are in the trenches for sure, and we got to fight our way out. This detox group that we have this month is big.
Hot
It's
diggity
a
dang dang.
big group. I mean, they will come in like one after the other. Even after the detox, the first orientation we get started, they were
Hmm.
still coming in. We were still signing them up.
Yes.
So that says something in itself to
Yes, it
me.
does.
But if I'm speaking on the topic that we put in here was the COVID riding the wave. Are you going to ride the wave or
Yeah.
get pulled
Thank you,
under?
Denise.
Because it is obviously the second wave is coming. We already know this from things that we've been seeing in the news with
Yeah.
schools and what have you.
Yes.
So maybe that's the way it's going to come. But then flu season is right here next door
Mhm.
to us, right? So the question on the table is, what are you going to do? Are you going to ride this wave, or are you going to let yourself get pulled under? And if you choosing to ride the wave, what do you believe you have to do to ride it? Because you
Yes.
need some things,
Yes. Yes.
right? You need a strong immune system. You need healthy eating, right? You need good sleep. You need exercise. You need prayer and meditation. You need
Totally.
soul work to be done.
Yes.
We need all of this in order to boost our immune systems up so that we can ride that wave
Mhm.
and stay on top so
Mhm.
that we don't get pulled under,
Yes.
right? This is why we're so adamant and passionate about the 28-day body and soul detox, because we know this,
Mhm.
and it's not like we're speaking from, out of our head. We know this from experience. Coach Carmen definitely knows it. I'm sure if you listen to her, you heard her story before about how she made herself well when she had a life-threatening blood disease, and she healed herself and created this detox as a result of it. Okay, so now anyone who comes along, I mean, like Cynthia, she was after me for a minute to do the detox, and I had some health issues, fibroids all over the place, digestive issues, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff was going on inside my body. I had a lot of soul issues too that I had to deal with,
Mhm.
and that first detox set me up. It set me up, so I knew that I was definitely going to adopt this way of lifestyle living because I see the difference. I see the results. But now we got something that we're fighting even more than just that. We're fighting a disease that can possibly kill,
Yes.
right? I mean, I hate to say that. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but the truth is the truth, and we need to know this is a disease that can possibly kill.
Yeah.
But we want to live, so we have to ride that wave.
Serious.
We
It's
don't
no
want
joke.
to be pulled under. It's not a joke. COVID is real. Cynthia says, because I have the desire to help, but I need the teaching and training that you offer.
Yes.
And she's saying yes to all of this.
Yes.
Um, Loria says, I
I
will
will
do
do
this
this
program
program
in the
and
spring. Now my schedule is over the top. However, I am taking care of myself.
oh, that's
Okay,
beautiful,
that's a
Loria.
beautiful thing.
Awesome. I'm going to put you on the spring
The
list for
spring list.
sure. Absolutely,
Yes.
because October is this is our last
Yeah,
detox
in
on that we
October.
have planned for the year.
Mm-hmm.
The last detox this month in October,
Mm-hmm.
in 2020. So as I always do, I give you my contact number, my office number, 718-273-9772. Um, if you are, and if you call me, and I know that you are connected to Denise through, her family or, her inner circle, I will definitely give Denise your contact information. Okay, because she's a certified 28-day body and soul detox coach as well. And that's another thing, we're looking for more people to become certified because we have too many people to help. We can't do it all ourselves. All right, so
Right. Cynthia says, when does the last detox start?
the second week in
Second week
October.
in October.
Hmm.
That second Saturday in October, I believe. That's it,
Yes,
right?
the second
Something like that.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then that's going to be it for the year of 2020. So you need to get in on this, pass the word around, share
Share
this
the
video
video.
out,
Yes,
and let people know we are, as a matter of fact, enrollment is open already for
yes,
the October detox. It's
yes.
already open. We've already started enrolling. So,
And I'm very candid about the price of the detox. Sometimes
mm-hmm,
I say I don't want to say only because I want you to be interested enough to call.
mm-hmm,
But really, it's very reasonable. It's $275. We have a three-part pay. If you sign up now, you get
mm-hmm,
the cookbook, the detox book. You get the five soul detox audios. You also receive audios every week,
mm-hmm.
just so that you have all these tools in your toolbox that you can use year in and year out, even without us. We want you to be um, self sufficient. We want you to be able to be on the Kingdom Wellness Bridge
Mhm.
and stay on the bridge. And if you come off of it, you know how to get back on.
That's the
And you
main
know how
thing.
to share this
Mhm.
with your family. You know how to prepare food that will heal your family.
Yes.
This is so important. We have recipes. We show you how to prepare the food. We
Mhm.
have so many pictures of our foods that we put up, our food that we put up. Everyone in the group, most of them are putting up their
Putting up
pictures. We put up before
food,
and afters.
before and after.
It's amazing. It
And
is.
it's so much support. We have our own private Facebook group. So it's not like you have to worry about anyone else being in there. We have our own private group. There's lots of support. Like Coach Carmen said, we have the training on Saturdays and then we have midweek check in on Wednesday. So there's constant support. There's aftercare because we
Mhm.
have a follow up after the detox to teach you how to stay on the bridge and choose your area where
Want
you
to
want
be.
to be.
Yes.
So, it's very affordable. 275 is a great investment for you to make in yourself because the 275 is for a moment, but the benefits are lifetime.
Lifetime.
It's lifetime.
Come back and again and talk about some of the testimonials that we have
Yes.
because they are incredible. I mean, your brother has is one of
Oh
them.
boy. Count
Amazing.
Cynthia says count me in. And she
Yay.
said I just shared to all of my groups. Oh, thank you,
Oh wow,
Cynthia.
Cynthia. God bless you, my
Maria
love.
says so affordable, peeps.
Awesome.
Oh,
Yay. And
this
she
is
said, I'm
beautiful. She said
excited.
she's excited. That's
That is so
beautiful. Thank you,
exciting.
Cynthia.
You can leave a message under here. Please share this video, beloved. Share, 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 share. I don't say that enough, and I
Hmm.
really need to please share. And also, if you're on anyway, you have my phone number 718-273-9772. Call us today. We'll send you an email with a link to our assessment form that you can
Hmm.
fill out. It's health and wellness. We ask some very pertinent questions that your doctor will never ask you, that you need to think about, okay? And then we also will set up a complimentary health and wellness assessment with
Hmm.
you. Okay, so it's not just signing you up for the program.
And
We're
then,
gonna, yeah,
right.
prepare you.
Thank you, Loria. She said she's going to share it too. Thank
Oh,
you so
thank you
much.
so much. All right.
So, you want to talk about the testimonials?
Not yeah, not this time. We're
Not
gonna
this
come
time.
back.
Oh, we're going to come back and
Yeah,
do it.
we'll come
Okay.
back and do it.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, we have
Y'all
time.
share this information. Cindy said, y'all
Y'all
share
share
this
this information. You
information.
will thank us later.
Yes. You know how much I love you guys. And again, any questions, you need any support, just give us a call, okay? All right, so we're gonna sign out. Enjoy your glorious weekend.
Yes, have a good weekend. Be safe. Wear your masks 6 feet apart.
I know it took a long time for Denise and I to do videos like this again. She would come
Maybe
and we
because
would be
I would be
like,
like this, or I would
we
be
would have
way
a
back
mask,
here.
we would have a mask on. I'm like, girl, where you going? Come on. Because I would forget because I don't go out that much. And she'd be like, girl,
Uh-uh.
social
Social
distancing. I was like,
distancing, social
okay,
distancing,
that's
put the
right.
mask on.
That's
But
right.
we were like knee deep in it, and I was not only
No,
protecting
that's
myself, I was
totally.
protecting
No,
my
you
children.
was.
You
You
know what I'm
were.
saying?
I
So I
totally
had to do
appreciate
what I
that.
had to
And
do.
but this is the point that we just made that things have lightened up. And because of that, don't let your guard down.
No.
Because you're in situations like this, you got to be protected. You got to build up your immune system. You
Hmm.
have to know what to do. I think one of the reasons why we do, connect like this and we'll come together is because we know that we are serious about our eating
Yes.
and our wellness.
Very serious
Yes,
about
and
it.
we're Psalms 91 women.
That's right. Every day.
Yes, yes.
Every
Psalm
day.
91. If you're not reading Psalm 91 or praying Psalm
You need
91,
to start.
you better
You
start.
gotta start.
You better start
You gotta
because
pray it up in your house, pray it up in your car, and you
totally.
should never even drive your car without putting something up in there.
That's right.
You
That's
know,
right.
definitely.
You
But
you must have that prayer
hmm
because we death and life are in the power of the tongue. We must speak life. So we talk a lot about that during the detox. All right.
hmm
So this detox in October is the theme is super beings.
Cynthia
How to
said,
become a
so am I.
super being. She said,
Psalm
yes,
91.
Psalm 91. Amen.
Hmm.
All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.
Bye bye.
718-273-9772. One last time. 718-273-9772. Love you. Bye bye. doesn't want us to leave.